Welcome back to the Reflection Show. My name is Ramsey Brizard. You never go to the mirror scripted. You always go unscripted. And you know, I love to bring guests on the show where we have authentic conversation, transparent moment, but also truth and awareness to their success and what they've been going through. And I am honored to have this person sitting in the chair today, a celebrity comedian himself, Tim Allen!
I felt like it was like a room of 100 people in here. I was just like, you walking out. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
How you doing, Tim?
I'm good, Ramsey. How you doing, bro?
Hey, listen, it's a pleasure. You know, you and I were just having a conversation, and it's almost like a deja vu moment for some reason. So I know we had to be in this moment. And, of course, everything's divine. You know, every conversation, every person we meet, every stranger we encounter, it's a divine moment. But I'm honored to have you here, Tim. So
I'm happy to be here, bro.
Explain to everyone, who are you?
Yeah, man. I'm Tim Allen, a.k.a. the Black Tim Allen, which I fell into that name. But I'm a comedian, host, actor, and I put speaker down as well. I think that's important. I haven't fully fell into that title yet.
Right.
But that's a vision that I see God has taken me into doing eventually. But yeah, man, just out here grinding, trying to do the best that I can to follow my passion.
Well, I think you're doing a great job, and I think you're downplaying your growth because you went from miming to you've always been a comedian, and you know
that the best.
You've
bro.
always been. Tim always has some type of jokes, but to see you grow into what others would say fear is phenomenal. That's why I say you are a celebrity comedian because your platform have expanded.
Yeah. But
also your heart has stays the same. Yeah. So let's talk about your journey. Like, how did you know that you were going to be a comedian at that?
So again, as you say, you saw parts of it beforehand.
Yeah.
But man, just growing up as a kid, always had a heart for people. Always felt encouraged to know that I brought a smile to someone's day. You know, and even like in school days, and I mean, just naturally be clowning, and people laugh at me now, man. I say, bro, I'm shy, and they don't understand that.
You were shy.
That's same exact. Just how you did. Everybody acts the same way. I'm like, yo, I'm a shy individual.
Wow.
And what I do is I just hide behind the funny. So to break conversation or to break my anxiety around someone, I'll just make you laugh real quick. And that was my way of like talking to people.
So that's interesting. So you were dealing with anxiety in that space and time, and you found, or not even you understood the gift you had, and your gift was what opened your heart to being who you are towards other people.
There was more to me overcoming my fear.
Wow.
While I was overcoming my fear, I felt that I was touching other people. Like that gift kind of opened up itself, if you will.
Do you feel like that when you were dealing with anxiety and how you would open yourself to tell these jokes, do you feel like the people that gravitated to you were people who were already dealing with anxiety?
Maybe not anxiety. I don't know what in specifics that they were dealing with, but I knew whatever it was, you know, you never know.
Right.
You know, as an individual day to day, you don't know what someone's going through. It could be an anxiety thing. It could be something at home. It can be something within themselves. But I think that my gift has helped me realize, I can literally break burdens off of people through humor. And again, my focus when I was early on, like middle school, high school, was more like, this is for me to overcome, my confidence and this, that, and the third. But like I said, as the years go on and I mature and the spirit leads, I'm realizing, this is bigger than me.
Yeah.
People are really touched. Like, your classmates and stuff would tell you, hey man, you made my day, bro.
Wow.
Man, when you was cutting up about X, Y, and Z, dog, that made my whole day. And you didn't realize the effect that it had on you,
And it's interesting because that just showcased that this was a hobby. And most people don't realize that their purpose lies within their hobby. Yeah. So how did you begin to embrace this new level of Tim with this gift that you had as far as giving, having humor and being able to make people laugh? How did you embrace all that?
Again, stepping out even with fear. I don't think there was a moment where I was like fully embraced it. I think that I still had to endure the fear aspect because people don't understand there's a difference between being funny and goofy. Goofy is personality.
Okay.
You're silly. You're so goofy. You can make, light of this situation, whatever. Being funny, I've learned, is more strategic.
Talk to me.
So, one thing I learned about when you're writing jokes, it's more strategic than you think. You learn how to create a moment rather than just emphasizing a natural moment.
So you really have to reflect on a vision in order to create provision and bring it into reality.
It's the same blueprint. It's the same blueprint. You have a vision of a topic, and I say, okay, I want to make them laugh about my glasses.
Yeah.
Okay, wearing glasses is humorous. But then you have to ask yourself, how is that humorous? So then you start breaking down the steps. Okay, well, what's the funny stuff that I've laughed at? Okay, I lost my glasses. Okay, my glasses can fog up, when the temperature changes. Okay, well, my glasses, like, you don't think about certain things that everybody doesn't relate.
But that happens every time.
Every time. And it's such a high maintenance thing that sometimes the natural mind doesn't think about, like, true. It's high maintenance wearing glasses.
Yeah.
So as a comedian, sometimes my focus is more so on, man, let me highlight that. And again, going to the provision, that you have the vision for it.
Yeah.
And the provision of it is, like you said, going in and executing. You plan out, how can I make this relatable? Because we all go through the same thing with similarities. Like, everybody is at levels and, like, I can relate to that. And you just have to find a way to articulate those moments on stage.
So, look, I know with the career that you have and with the personality you've been blessed to have, what are some of the struggles Tim deals with on a day-to-day basis when he feels like his gift is not at that full potential yet?
Patience, bro.
Woo!
Patience.
Talk to me.
I mean, that's a universal word. I think that's with anybody.
But and the reason I say that's not really universal because it takes wisdom to know that patient needs being intentional. So it's almost like you, right? It's you waited, but you did something while you were waiting. You perfected your craft.
And that's what you have to master. And again, going to church, and thank God for my pastor and everything. It was he changed my perspective on it.
Talk to me.
When it comes to waiting. What people don't understand is, okay, you're waiting for something, and I remember my pastor, shout out to Pastor McCray. You're in this waiting room. You know what's promised to you. You know what God has called you to do, but you have to still be in that waiting room. So now you have to ask yourself, okay, now what do I do in this waiting room?
Yeah.
And that goes back to what you just said of you were critiquing yourself. You were practicing that craft so that when that door opens, you're prepared to walk in. But some people can get frustrated in the waiting room. Some people forget what the call was over their life. They might forget the assignment, the mission at hand, the big picture, to where you get lost in those moments like, man, it's been 7 months. I still ain't... God, you told me this was what you had for me. It's 7 months. This supposed to be happening yesterday.
I think a lot of people watching right now are saying, Tim, you hit that thing off the reel. Because it's true.
It is. It is, man. And you get so frustrated, and you can cause yourself to get frustrated. But, you have to understand that stuff is self-inflicted. God hasn't changed what it is he told you, and you have to just change your perspective on that, man. Being patient in that waiting room is, like you said, sitting here waiting. It looks like a waiting room right here now.
Yeah.
You're in the doctor's office. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be in the room. You know that.
Yeah.
But you have to wait. You have to wait. You can't forget. Okay, he's not gonna forget me.
Right.
My name is still on that list.
Right.
I still have a seat at that table. I just gotta find something productive to do while I'm here. Whether it's reading the magazine, you'd be surprised what things you can find in this magazine.
Yeah.
Whether it's praying and staying focused on, okay, when I get in there, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. Like, whatever it is you have to do to stay productive, bro.
Yeah.
In that waiting room, you have to stay put, bro.
Do you ever have, when Tim is in a resting season but doesn't realize he's in a resting season, do you ever feel like you failed?
Not failed. Sometimes I feel like I don't do enough. And that's just from artistic kind of perspective.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I felt like I failed something, but I feel like maybe something didn't happen because I didn't work hard enough. Like, you go to God, like, maybe this hasn't jumped off yet because I'm not pushing hard.
Right.
Maybe I ain't driving enough. Man, I took a nap for 2-3 hours when I could have just took 30. I didn't have to go that long in the nap process.
Right.
So you find things to maybe talk to yourself and be like, man, what could I do more of,
Right.
to speed that process up. But no, never failure.
And what is your daily motivation? What does your daily motivation look like?
The end goal. The end goal.
How do you prepare?
How I prepare for my end goal? Like you said, staying focused, man. One thing that I don't do, I don't look back, if that makes sense. So I prepare by just knowing, hey, man, I got to keep my feet moving. One analogy that I used, I was talking to one of my good brothers back home, and I told him, I said, man, sometimes we're like the running back in football. And I'm talking analogies a lot. I talk like metaphors and all that. So please don't get lost, people. I love sports, so I might jump in and out of analogies, so don't get lost. But we're like a running back, right?
Okay.
And I played football in middle school. And one thing that you learn about being a running back is to keep your feet moving. So the gift in that is no matter what the contact is,
Right.
as long as they don't attack your legs, you can still be effective.
Wait, say it again. As long as they don't contact your legs, you
You're
are still effective.
So what God showed me is your legs. What's one part of your body that's keeps moving, that's keep working in you? Your heart.
Yeah.
Your heart is constantly moving. Your heart is constantly pumping. You know what I'm saying? Working on this is attached to that part. So I associated that with your legs being your heartbeat. As long as you're moving, bro,
You're still alive.
it doesn't matter what the enemy hits you with as far as contact. This defender could hit you this way, that way, but your heart is still pumping. And as long as you have that drive to know that, yo, I can get some extra yards. Hey, I'm bruised up right now. Hey, man, he hit me good on the shoulder right here. But I can get some extra yards out of this thing.
Yeah.
And that, to me, knowing as long as I'm up today,
Yeah.
God has given me breath in my lungs to breathe.
Yeah.
Man, I got some more yards to catch, bro. I'm not. It don't matter what happens today.
And that's key because a lot of people don't know that to be a comedian, you have to stay relevant.
Yeah.
And you have to create your own style amongst other legends. How do you prepare your I would say episodes?
I love this.
But how do you prepare your comedic lines in a way?
Yeah, you're always inspired. I'm always inspired by something or somebody. So as far as when it comes to style, my advice to whoever is trying to figure out their voice in comedy is what makes you funny in person, in regular day-to-day conversation. What is it that makes you funny? And for me personally, I know it's my facial expressions.
Right.
You know, when I talk to people, I might make a face. Like, you might tell me something crazy.
Right.
And I'm going to react like. So I know that's a highlight. And then as well as like.
Wait, do that again, Tim.
I don't know what I just did, man. Don't even ask me to do it twice. I can't even tell.
Tim said,
I can't even tell you what I did.
all right.
But man. But I'm that just random. Like, I don't know. And people always like stop the conversation like, Tim, your face just now.
Yeah.
I'm like, what I do? I don't know what
Right.
it was just natural in me. So what I did was on stage, I would just emphasize on that moment.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm telling you a story, I will find moments in that story to give you a reaction. So for me, that's my style. It's still physical.
Right.
You know, I give you movements. I've hence the miming background.
Right.
I have to give you a visual movement wise. But I think, you know, that face, that subtle, without saying a word, I can still kind of give you like that punchline. Like,
So pretty much your brand is around story and imagery.
yes, definitely.
And
Definitely.
in hopes that you can paint a picture to your audience that will over, how do I say it, that would give a reflection of your soul rather than their own. So therefore, you're helping them cleanse in that moment of whatever frustration, fear, whatever situation they could be dealing with. That is your end goal for your brand and what you do.
Ramsey, I take you on the journey with me. That's my goal. I'm that cousin, you know, soon to be uncle when I get older, that tells the story at the picnic.
Yeah.
Like, y'all, you would never remember the time when we did. I'm that guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you on this journey where you're going to see yourself in that story. And, you know, people don't even know about all of this that you know about the miming.
Right.
That's what miming was for me, bro.
And that's one thing I reflect on, Tim. I'm like, yo, Tim just described what he was already doing coming out of the womb.
Is that what I'm saying? Miming, listen, miming is literally the purpose of the white face is so that you can't see me. So that when I give you the movement, you're not distracted by how I look as Tim.
Right.
I'm giving you you.
Right.
The white paint is a blank space to put your face on.
Wow.
So the movements that I'm giving you in mime is only illustrating the story.
You gonna make me throw this water.
Which is the song. You know what I'm saying? But people don't understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And you have to break it down like that. But like you said, the lessons, the season that I was in, while going through that miming stage of my life, molded and transitioned me for what I'm doing now with comedy, bro. When it comes to business, when it comes to my style, when it comes to highlighting, like I said, the same. Like you said, I'm a physical comedian.
Yeah.
I was miming. The same movement I did on stage with miming was the same stuff you're gonna see on stage with comedy, bro.
Now reflecting where you are today, from stage plays to hosting events.
Yeah.
When you look at yourself now, what are you most proud of?
Just the growth. The growth, bro.
What words of celebration would you pat yourself on the back with?
What words of celebration?
Yeah.
What do you mean words of celebration? What do you mean? What do I tell myself? Like,
You're amazing. I'm proud of you.
that's the thing. That's the thing, Ramsey. I wouldn't tell myself that. I don't hype myself up like that. The most I would tell myself is, what's next? Keep going.
And why is that, though?
I've learned that if you have a mindset of satisfaction, you can never grow to get to the next step because you think you're already done.
If you have the mindset of satisfaction, you can never grow to get it done.
To get it done. You think you already made it. You're satisfied with where you're at. So at this point, moving forward, you're now going to settle.
Wow.
You're going to settle for whatever is coming your way.
Yeah.
And that's it. But there's no growth in that.
Yeah.
So you have to continue to, and it's funny because I don't deal well with death. So I don't want to talk on it long. But it's amazing, and you already related to it because you said it earlier. You find inspiration with a loss. So for me, certain passings and certain moments in life help you realize certain things. So I bring up Kobe again. I viewed Kobe as this one lane figure.
Right.
I didn't really pay attention as a kid to the mentality of what Kobe carried. So to see like the viral video that went on with him saying, "Is job finished?" Because they were asking, they said, "You're up 2 games. Why aren't you smiling? I'm waiting for this big smile on your face. You're up 2 games. You got one more win to go. You there. Is job done? Am I holding up the trophy? Did we get rings next week? No, job's not done.
Yeah.
So until job is finished, there's more work to do. You understand what I'm saying? So I mean, I think in the moment, it's healthy for you to acknowledge a win.
Yeah.
But I look at it not as a win. I look at it as 2 points on the board.
But that's why humility is going to take you far. And that's why you reflecting on this moment is probably reminding you that, man, I do have a long way to go before I say my job is finished. And, you know, just for me, I just want to say I'm proud of you for your journey.
Thank you.
Because oftentimes our circle of influences may not tell us, or our friends may not tell us, but strangers do come along the way and tell you, hey, Tim, I'm proud of you. Because you need that sometimes.
Of course.
You need another voice to say it because it's better for someone else to speak to you than your own self. Because sometimes you can get upside yourself, you know?
Of course.
And that happens. Tim, I know you have so many other things coming along soon. But there's someone watching right now. They're looking in that mirror and they're saying, Tim Allen, Black Tim Allen, what could you say to inspire me in this journey of me becoming a comedian or me pursuing my dreams and my goal? I want to be able to speak to someone else, just like you're speaking on this show, that would help them find their purpose in life. What inspiration could you say looking in that mirror to that person watching right now?
The best thing I could tell you is to find that passion. I mean, once you find passion, everything in your life changes. Because a passion is a goal that you set for yourself, and your mentality is automatically, no matter what, I want to achieve that. I want to achieve this passion. I want to do this. Your passion, for example, is make people laugh. For me. So now it's like, I want to work as hard as I can to where I can just do this all day long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to live in that passion. You want to wake up every day and work towards your passion.
Wow. You want to live every day and work towards your passion by Tim Allen, a.k.a. Black Tim Allen. Follow him on all social media platforms. Guys, once again, it's not about the things that are stopping you. It's about the things that are waiting for you to become who you are. Look at yourself. Take a moment and reflect on your journey. Stop being frustrated. Like Tim say, you're in a season of a waiting room. While you're waiting, what are you doing? This is Ramsey Rizard on The Reflection Show. And remember, your experience matters. Thank you so much for watching.